Order at 7:30. If you'll please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Looks like our secretary is absent. Okay, thank you.
Con. Here. Frost here. Huntsman. Lewandowski. Here. Collin.
Here.
And Marlowe.
Here. Thank you. Approval of the agenda.
I make a motion to approve the agenda as, for September 15th, 2025 as submitted.
All those in favor of approving the agenda for September 15th, 2025 as submitted, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. Public comment. If you have a comment and it's not related to our public hearing, this would be the time. Any public comment? No? Okay. Moving on. Chairperson comment? None. Okay, public hearing. Do we have a motion to open the public hearing?
I make a motion to open the public hearing on conditional rezoning of 5 Mile.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
2 seconds. Okay. All those in favor of opening the public hearing for the conditional rezoning of 5 Mile, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None. The public hearing is open at
7:20 or 7:33.
7:33. Okay. Michelle, would you like a brief overview?
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. So the applicant is requesting a conditional rezoning from estate residential to agricultural residential on 3 adjacent parcels on 5 Mile Road. They total just over 100 acres. As you are all familiar with, the State Zoning Enabling Act does permit applicants to voluntarily offer conditions for a rezoning, which is what the applicant has done. In this case, the condition has to do with putting the majority of the land in a conservation easement. So even though they're requesting a rezoning from estate residential to agricultural residential, which means going from 5-acre minimums to 2-acre minimums, really the resulting land would be developed with what they're offering, roughly 2.5-acre single-family home areas, and then the rest in a conservation easement. The land is currently just farmland, so this would really reflect the existing or intended pattern of development within that area. It's aligned with the AR and the ER, just a lot more open space used for farmland in perpetuity. And as a reminder, the rezoning, including the conditional rezoning, does run with the land. For any rezoning consideration that you all go through, there are the 5 findings from the zoning ordinance that you should discuss before you make any decision. We also have Jerry Fisher here who can answer any questions, I'm sure.
And you don't know me, but
I have Megan.
I bet, yes, and you have. I've been around a long time, and they just pull me out of the closet every now and then when they need me. And so one thing that I want to clarify on this is that the conditions and the way this is structured is something that the statute allows a property owner to offer, but it can't be negotiated. In other words, you can't say, well, what about this? Will you agree to this? And so it's either an all or nothing, a yes or a no, that this offer is accepted or rejected. And so I just wanted to clarify that so that we didn't get into the weeds on this.
Thank you.
Yeah,
We try to avoid weeds.
that's right.
Okay. Okay. So, public, any comments?
What's the intention of the land? Is it going to be a residential development? Is that the clear intention?
No, not at all.
Okay.
It's intended to stay exactly as it is. In the packet, it even says about, it talks about what they'd be farming, so it didn't mention any solar or anything like that. It's exactly what it is, and it's in conservation. So that's certainly in the best interest of what our community tells us, what they want to see, hear, and live in.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's a beautiful farmland.
Oh, yeah. I know
That it
exactly
is.
what it is.
Okay, perfect.
Excuse me.
Yes.
What packet? I'm not familiar with what areas are being discussed.
It's a quarter mile.
It's an online packet that the public has access to.
That'd be good. Thank
Yeah.
you.
And,
You don't have any copies here.
we can make copies, sure. Yeah.
Thank you.
I think one of the, this is so clear cut to me and so easy. The only questions I had, now, did anybody else have questions? Sorry.
I do have a couple.
Well, I think we got to do for the public first.
Public first.
We got public first. So, no questions?
Well, when you mentioned the acreage requirements relative to the zoning requirement, you said, it confused me because you said it was like 5 acre minimum, now it's 2.5 acre under the new designation.
Yeah, but it's not there.
Yes, in our zoning, those are characteristics of and ordinances within each zoning area. And it's going from estate residential, which are about 5 acre parcels, to 2 acre parcels. It's just the zoning that's changed. It's being changed to agricultural residential. However, what the applicant has submitted and offered is they want to take 2 pieces for themselves that are 2.5 acres each, and the remaining all go into conservancy. Linda?
That's not correct, Leah.
Okay.
So I'm the applicant.
Okay.
This is a 107 acre farm. Ann Arbor has what's called a Greenbelt program. If accepted, the Greenbelt buys the development rights off the property. Right now it's zoned ER. There could be 20 homes on the property. All right, so what the Greenbelt does is they work with the landowner. Our problem is we've been approved to be in the Greenbelt to in perpetuity preserve this land. There would be, on the 107 acres, it would have 2 developments. They would not be where there's a 2.5 acre parcel and a 2.5 acre parcel. There's a 2.5 acre building envelope on each parcel. So one would be about a 40 acre parcel, the other would be 67. On those 2 very large parcels, somebody could build a home and then potentially have an accessory building like a barn. That's the plan. The problem is that this farm is not being accepted for federal funding because the township zoned this ER. So let me give you a little history. The family's owned this land since the 1950s. When the family bought it, it was AR land. And we have farmed it, any of you that live around it, we have farmed that land since we purchased it. It's primarily been a hay field. We have some vine crops down there on one of the fields now. So we've always farmed it. The reason it's zoned AR is because it sits on 10 to 20 foot of gravel. And in 1972, the township had a brilliant idea. We don't want gravel pits, so we'll zone this ER. And if you go back to the old zoning, gravel pits are not allowed in ER land. It's not about 5 acre minimums, contrary to what the township wants to tell you today. It's about not mining the gravel. I don't want to mine the gravel either. I also don't want to have homes, 21 homes on the land. So our family is attempting to preserve it. We have a second larger farm that is already preserved in the township. We have a 450-acre farm that will have no future homes on it except what already exists. So we're attempting to do it. The township's trying to work with us so that we can get that funding. My generation is not young, and my husband is from a very large family. The next generation, there's a lot of them, and we need to resolve it now. So again, we're trying to do it as Pam said, and that is totally correct. You would have a 40-acre parcel about with a potential home site and a 67-acre parcel. Currently, there are 3 parcels. There's right now about a 40-acre parcel, there's a 5-acre parcel that can be built on, and then there's a 62-acre parcel. So we're trying to actually keep it as much like it is as we possibly can. And as was stated, we've made the offer to the township. They've worked with us for what's acceptable for them. If we are not successful in getting funding for the Greenbelt, the land reverts back to ER. And I will tell you, because of the delay in this, we are currently investigating other options. And at that point, whatever we go forward, we'll probably be back in front of this body. Because if we were not successful with the Greenbelt, we will do something.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pam.
What I was trying to explain to you was the difference between the ER and the AR, just as a starting point. But Linda obviously knows a lot more history, so. Anyone else? I think if you guys look on, if you go past page 6, you'll see this map. That'll give you a better picture of the property.
The red outline is everything being considered. The shaded peach or orange, what have you, are the 2.5 acre parcels where a home could go.
They're not parcels, they're building envelopes.
Building envelope,
They are
yes.
not a
like-
parcel.
They're, okay. A building envelope, and basically everything that's not shaded in basically goes into the
Let's-
green belt
Yep.
and never gets built on. So really, the township's looking at this as possibly a building within that area, 2 buildings or 1 building and 1 building. Or right now, the way it sits, 20 homes on 100 acres. I think it's,
Any additional questions? No, we're good?
This is a win-win.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, let's hope so. We like it when everybody wins.
I do one more question.
Yes, ma'am.
Is the rest, other than the 2.5 portions, the rest is going to be reconsidered for conservation?
All of it.
Okay. Well, except for the homes, of course.
Well, or barn or whatever she
Right.
said may
Building.
go there,
And
some
you
sort of
have
a
to-
building.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Any other questions
out there or up here?
out there?
Okay.
Okay. Shall we close?
I make a motion to close the conditional rezoning at 7:43 PM.
I'll second. Okay, all in favor of closing the public hearing for the conditional rezoning for 5 Mile at 7:43, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None? Okay. The only, I just had a couple questions on the very first page, Michelle, or this page 2 of your report. It shows the map at the bottom, and there's a cutout there. I don't understand why the cutout's there. I can see it's like
Yep,
the white
you're totally
there.
right. It's excluding one of the 3 parcels. That blue cutout is incorrect, as I'm looking at it. It should include the cutout as the 3rd parcel that's up for consideration.
Okay.
So the red line is correct.
The red is correct, yes.
The cool blue, nothing's gonna hurt you
Okay.
if it's wrong. The red danger, danger warning is correct.
And then my next question is, and it's actually in the application, the rezoning application, for the township, it says at the bottom, the land is classified as AG per the assessor. But how does, I mean,
So the assessing classifications have more to do with the assessed and taxable value and not the zoning code.
Okay.
So totally separate.
okay.
It's a great question.
Art, you have questions?
I'll let you know, I was just gonna ask what's the little white outline on the red board picture, because I'm not sure what we're, thank you.
You're welcome.
Where is the third parcel? Here.
On the page with the red outline?
Yeah.
So there's two much larger parcels and then,
On either end?
and then if you go on the left, there's a white outline box on the left-hand side.
This right here.
Right there, gotcha.
That's the third parcel. That's the third parcel. Because they're listed in here. Kevin, any questions?
No?
Is that gonna affect the hunters that come and set up their blinds back there?
It's still owned property, I would think that would be up to the.
It's up to them, yeah. Everything's staying as is, and it
Yeah.
says in there, what they've submitted, it says, if you'll look at the, it says what the property's currently used, what it's intended to use for, and it does mention hunting.
Okay.
Yes, Linda?
Maybe I can explain to you how the conservation easement works. Again, this is an agreement with the city of Ann Arbor. They have purchased development rights. So you work with them to specify the future of what can be used on the property. We have a conservation easement on 450 acres already. And so what that allows is we can still continue to farm it. We can continue to put in, whether it's hay, corn, soybeans, vine crops. You're allowed to farm. You're allowed to log your land. There's a wooded area on this parcel. You have to do it with a forester. You have to have a plan. But you're still allowed to utilize your land just like you would if you did not have it. Hunting, as you referenced, the family, particularly the young kids, do a lot of hunting there, and they would continue to have that right. In fact, it's in what we propose to the township. Your biggest restriction, really, what you're doing, we can't put a dirt bike track in. You can't go down there and do that because that's a restricted use under your conservation easement. You can't, obviously, you can't have buildings. Not only can you not have all the homes, but even if you were to have it as some part of your farm, and let's say one of my children wanted to live there we continue to try to generationally have our farm go forward, they can't put a barn now anywhere they want on the property. They're restricted to the building envelope. So it places a lot of restrictions on it, but it's the only way to preserve land. And we would prefer to preserve the land. I mean, we're giving up the right to develop it. And we're very passionate about it. We've already done it on our larger farm. And again, the township's trying to work with us to get over this glitch that we have right now because the township says it's ER, and while agriculture is allowed, federal funding will not fund land that's not agriculturally zoned.
When you go back and read your packet at the bottom of page 3, what it calls proposed zoning, and I think this kind of sums it up. The intent of the proposed agricultural residential zoning district is to preserve lands from suitable for long-term agricultural uses, so,
Got it.
yeah,
Thank you.
and to protect. And then it goes on to the next couple page, you'll find out what it says the intents are, so.
Thank you.
Pretty easy peasy. Thank you for coming and participating, for sure. Okay, any other questions? Okay. We will in a second.
Make a motion to recommend approval to the Township Board on conditional rezoning request for Mark Hamilton, rezone parcel A 0122100003, A 0122200016, and A 0122200017 from the state residential to agriculture residential with the conditions offered by the applicant in the Hamilton Conditional Rezoning Agreement document based upon the following findings. The conditions offer minimum the potential for a new use to create a nuisance or incapable use that would negatively impact surrounding property owners and users. The proposed rezoning with this condition is comparable with existing permitting use in the surrounding area. The rezoning and consistent with policies and use proposed for the area in the township master plan.
And the last part.
If the conditions offered by the applicant are not complied within 2 years, the planning commission shall take action to revert the property to the ER zoning designation.
I'll second.
Can we do a roll call vote, please?
Roll call vote. Hahn? Yes. Frost, yes. Lewandowski,
Yes.
McLaughlin,
Yes.
and Marlowe.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Back to our agenda, new business items. Oh, wait a minute, we just did that one. Sorry. Old business items, none. Reports of commissioners and correspondence, Board of Trustee,
Nothing, we had our audit. That was
Oh.
the big thing.
all kinds of fun. CVA?
Nothing.
Okay, sorry, I was looking at the wrong person. My apologies. Land preservation and conservation?
We're still working on a couple of projects we have and it's just a slow go.
Okay, no new, okay, no characters, cast characters. Planning consultant review? Okay. Approval of the minutes for August 18th, 2025. I just noticed at the bottom, it said, at the bottom, it says Michael Huntsman, Planning Commission Secretary. That doesn't mean that he was there and did it, that's just, that's just standard, okay. Because I know he was absent last time.
Make a motion to approve the planning commission minutes of August 18, 2025 as submitted.
Well, thank you, thank you. Okay, all those in favor of approving the planning commission minutes of August 18, 2025, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None? Okay. Public comment? Any public comment? Going
We
once?
appreciate what you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. I live right across the street, so that's not why I came.
You just want to see what kind of fun was going on
Yeah, I
over
wanna see
here.
what kind of fun was going on.
Well, welcome.
Usually I'm
welcome.
out of town working, so.
Okay, well, we're glad you're here.
Yeah.
The more people participate, the better. Chairperson comment, just nice to see some people in the audience that aren't normally here, so thank you. And adjournment is at 7:55.
It is. You
Across from. We are too.
I know. Nice to see everybody. Thank you very much. Yeah.
North of here, on the trail, they're just ripping up there.
Oh, yeah.
My pleasure. I'll probably see you in another 5 years. No, just kidding. I hope.
It's crazy over there.
Yeah,
Emails and stuff like that.
that's right.
I've never met you.
You're right. Nice to meet you. Thank you.
I'm sure exactly which one.
Always good seeing you. Yeah, yeah. That's
Sorry.